everybody, welcome back. Today I'll be doing another movie review. I'm Ira Anthony. If you guys are new to the channel, I'll be dropping these videos weekly, so definitely subscribe if you have not already. I recently uploaded a movie review of Jordan Peele's Us, so check that out. And I'm ready to cross over my 50 subscriber milestone after this video, so if you guys can help me out with that, I would definitely appreciate it.
Push the goddamn button!
Push the goddamn button!
You heard what she said.
So today I'll be doing a movie review on Captain Marvel. Shazam. Wait, why am I confused about those? Alright, so let's get into the synopsis. The film follows Billy Batson, who's an orphan youth who's having trouble fitting in and conforming to his foster homes, until one day he's summoned by a wizard by the name of Shazam. After revealing that Billy is pure of heart, Shazam then anoints him with superhuman abilities that he can use at his disposal whenever he utters the name Shazam. And from that point on, the team gets his new adult body and superhuman abilities a test drive. There were so many things that I liked about this movie. Let's start with the casting. Jordan Levi was the star of this movie. And when I first saw him, I didn't really like the look. I didn't really like the look of him because he was like this little head inside his big body. Because normally when I think of Shazam, I think of a Superman doppelganger, both cosmetically speaking and with his abilities. But after watching the movie, I was totally satisfied with his portrayal of the character. And he was funny. Like, I don't know about his other projects, but he's most likely a naturally funny guy. And I think that's probably why he got the role. And young Billy Batson was played by Asher Angel. I didn't know really much about him either, but he did a really good job. He's this really serious but moody kid, and he did a really good job of portraying those emotions. Mark Strong was the villain in this movie. The villain was Dr. Savannah. And I thought he was cool. I mean, he was definitely not Thanos by any measure. Like, he didn't have the greatest of motivations, but he still did a really good job of being menacing. But really, do we need a Thanos for an origin film? All the kids in this movie were great. They were funny. They had a lot of redeeming qualities, especially Freddy, who's basically like the little sidekick. And I really enjoyed the dynamic between Freddy, who's like really silly, and Billy, who's really serious. And I just thought they meshed well, like peanut butter and jelly.
Maybe you like spaghetti and meatball? Be more comfortable with that analogy?
Yes, considering we're in America. I mean, if you don't like spaghetti and meatballs, why don't you get the hell out?
Cooper Andrews is in this film, and I'm a big fan of his. I see him in The Walking Dead, and he plays a very similar role in this movie. He's just this really like jolly guy, no matter how dire circumstances he's put in, and it was really fresh to see him in there as well. This is actually a really fun movie to watch. Definitely the funnest movie in the DC catalog to date. It was fun, it was funny, and it had action. It's definitely riding the Marvel blueprint, and I'm not mad. But the film also had a lot of mature content that I also appreciated. And as far as the pacing went, I felt like the movie moved in a really cohesive rate to provide a really good pace. But this movie is obviously not perfect. There were some things I didn't particularly care for. One was the tone. The tone was really inconsistent because on one end of the spectrum, where it was really like silly and whimsical in nature, on the opposite end, it was really dark. And when I say dark, it was really dark. Like, obviously this movie is really inviting for like a young child to go see, but there were a lot of scenes that you definitely want to cover your kids' eyes before you go see it. Like, my kids were good, but they're not really scared of anything. So the CGI in this movie is really spotty at times because the action scenes were actually really good, but there were some characters that were involved that were pretty crappy looking. And DC has not been able to figure this out yet because they struggle in Batman vs Superman with the way they portrayed Doomsday, and the same thing with Suicide Squad with whatever those things were called. And they still haven't been able to get it right. But, you know, not a deal breaker, but I wasn't a fan. Another thing that I also wasn't a fan of, and I could be nitpicking at this one, but Billy Batson is one individual. But when he's a teen, he's more serious and motivated, but he's also somewhat depressed and somber. However, when he transforms into an adult, he's actually more silly, more goofy, and less motivated. So, like I said, not a total deal breaker, and it could just be me nitpicking, but it would have been nice to see a more balanced character between young and old. Overall, I love the movie. I feel like DC's finally on the right track. I love Aquaman, and Shazam definitely followed up and was able to land a nice punch right to Marvel's face, even though it kind of copied Marvel's blueprint. Shazam is definitely a movie that I would describe as a PG-13 version of Deadpool. I mean, it was really fun. It had a lot of slapstick humor. And the action sequences were great. All the characters involved in this movie were awesome. So I thought it was really good. It was definitely one of the better DC films. If you're anything like me, based off the trailers, I was a little apprehensive to watch the movie because of the whimsical nature and the cheesiness that the trailers displayed. But the movie is really good. So now it's time for me to rate it, and I'm going to give Shazam 4 out of 5, which is a superstar rating. I definitely recommend anyone who hasn't seen this movie to go see it. I'm most likely going to go see it again for a second time. And like I said, if you've already seen this movie, go ahead and put your comments. Let me know what you thought about it. One spoiler that I actually will provide for this movie is that it comes with 2 credit scenes. One's going to be a mid-credit scene and one's a post-credit scene. I didn't particularly care for either, but you know, they're there. So you don't have to get up or have to Google. So I'll give you the answer right now. So go check it out. But like I said, I hope you guys liked the video. Please give me a thumbs up. And like I said, if you have not already subscribed, help me reach that milestone for 50. And I'm aiming for 75. Thank you guys.